Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours truly, the Morning Gardener Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours truly, the Morning Garden. What I'm doing today is I'm inventorying my garden. Let's tell you what's been going on. It snowed last night. We got, stop looking at me. You got, it was really icy last night, about 28 degrees. So I got out here in my yard just to check things over, and you should do the same thing. And found that cats have dug up a couple of pieces of garlic. When I put them back in the ground, they didn't damage them. They like using your boxes as litter boxes sometimes. And what I did was I put them back in. Let me show you right here. This is the boxes here. And these boxes, I built them a while back when I wasn't sure about what I was going to do with my garden. I knew I had to have a couple of boxes to put some strawberries in, but then I started the Back to Eden thing. You can see all of the wood chips everywhere. This is the best way to go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it is. Look at this. All this garden. I never had this much garden before. But let's get back to business. Okay, here's what we got. In this area, I was growing grapevines. I had 2 in my yard. Now, I think I'm going to go up to maybe 6 or 8 grapevines. So people say, well, some people say that takes up a lot of space, and it does. If you do it the way that everyone else shows you how to do it. There's one man that I saw on this internet that had information on how to grow grapevines on a single pole system, is what I call it. And I said, I love that idea. When I saw it, I kept watching the video and looking at, he talked about staking it a foot down, and he talked about he had the pole about 8 feet tall. And when he did that, that gave me the idea that I could do it as well, because I had the room to do it. And see, now what I have here, this will allow me, this is where this pole is here. There is a grapevine that I purchased. It's very young and almost non-existent. Almost you can't even see it. But in between these 2 poles, here and here, I could get another vine in here. Because all I need, he said about a square foot, but I got 2 feet on each side. I could put another vine in. And then I'm going to run here. This is my older vine. I cut it all the way back, because what I did is converted it from the grape it was to a Thompson using a bud graft. Then over here, I'm going to put one in the middle here. I'm going to put one in the middle of these 2. One here where that white pole is, and right there. That's my Thompson, which I just stuck that in the ground one day, but it was a certain technique I used to make sure that it had a better chance, and it did take off, so it's going to grow pretty well. This right here is a Delaware grape. It's supposed to be a good grape. I'll check it out when it starts to grow, start to produce. I'll see whether or not I like the grapes. If not, I'll just convert it. That's my cherry trees. They're doing very well. I mean, since the Back to Eden technique, I want to say that again. My trees fattened up, and because they used to look real. Now this right here is a grapevine. Look, you get what you pay for, and what I did was I purchased this grapevine, and when it came in, it was that small. I said, what? And I called them up, and they said, well, it'll grow. I know it'll grow, but I like to have a really good start for the money I gave you. But nevertheless, it'll grow. I'll get what I need from it. And then this is a cutting off of my Thompson that I stuck in the ground, and it looks real good. I stuck that in the ground, so we'll see what that does. I think it's going to be fine. So this will be a grapevine as well. So I forgot about that one. So this one here, and I don't know, I might stick one in between these 2, between the tree and here. But that's what we're going to do. Now over here on this side, there's a cone, but in front of that cone is going to be where I'm going to put another grapevine. So it's going to match the one on the opposite side. That's what it's going to do. And I got that. So over on this side here, against that fence, my neighbor, Miss Mary, I'm going to put in some berries. They're going to be about 3 feet off of that gate, because I don't want them too close going in other people's yards. I don't want that. And then behind it I might do, or in between it I might do some strawberries as well. They don't travel too far. from my experience. Now, over here, I'm going right on that strip there where you see the wood chips to the right. I'm going to run that strip all the way to this old rotted tree, and I'm going to put in something there. I'm thinking more so bushes, some kind of berry bushes. But I'm going to come 3 feet off of that gate and put them in, so that they don't run into other yards. Now over here, this is my garden that's already in. I'm gonna put some strawberries here. I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see this. So I'm gonna put some strawberries all up in between these trees here, these small trees. And I don't know if I'm gonna do that border. See the wood lying around? I'm thinking about doing a border, but I might do something else. I don't know. Might get some of your opinions. What should I do with it? Because I think a border, or I thought I'd put it behind it and just let it decay on its own, because I have no way at this time of really grounding this stuff up and making wood chips out of, which I think that would absolutely be a better way to go. And just a log that we took down, my neighbor and I, well actually he did. And over here, there's those notorious peach trees, and they are doing absolutely incredible. I grafted this in the dead of winter. Some people are saying it's not going to make it, but I don't know. I'm going to see what's going to happen, because sometimes people tell you stuff. Let's see. And over here, these trees are really, they really bulked up once I put the wood chips around. They got the proper amount of water. They're doing really good. Now keep in mind, this is the first year for my neighbor gave me this cutting. I gave him a blackberry bush, and now he's giving me cuttings because his are growing all over the place. But mine, this was doing really good, and it didn't have these buds on them at first. It's got buds on them now. So that's going to do really well. That's going to do really well. I love, and I gotta say this, I love these wood chips. I love them. Look at all this. These did not have all these little spurs on them until I put the wood chips out. And then I got the spurs. Did not have the spurs. Now I got the spurs. So I know the wood chips are working. I know that the wood chips are what they're supposed to be. But now the only problem I'm having right now is I got to get more wood chips in here, because I want more. I want to do more of my yard. So I'm thinking about ordering another 10,000 pounds of it. Now this is a blackberry bush. This used to be covered in weeds, grass, and everything, and it never produced. And it was about 2 years old. I said something's going on here, and I knew it was the grass. I knew it was the weeds, but I couldn't do anything about it because I cut it down. It comes right back the next day, it seemed like. So now with the wood chips, I stand a better chance. It's a fair fight now. All these wood chips. Look at this. I love this. It's neat. It's clean looking, and it's going to darken up. It's still looking really white looking. Well, wood color looking, but it's going to darken up. Then I'm neaten all this up. Get these boards out of here. Really neaten this up. Have it looking good. I'm excited for spring gardening. I am excited. I am, as they say, I am pumped. Then over here on this section, it's still got the remnants of us cutting this tree down, but those wood chips are going to be cleaned up, neatened up, and the trash can sitting there. I just set it there because the wind was blowing it everywhere. We had winds of 40-mile-per-hour winds a couple of days ago. Look at that. I'm gonna plant lettuce. I'm gonna plant spinach up in this area. I'm gonna plant Swiss chard. Swiss chard is going to always have a dominant place in my yard because it is so good, and it is so good for you. These are the apple trees. Now this spot here, right here, used to be muddy, and I used to worry about these trees. I am not worried anymore because I saw what the wood chips did. It really sponged up everything. It's nice, and I can still walk around here. It's not all crazy. Over here, these trees here, oh my goodness, they look a lot better. They look a lot better. I'm gonna clean all this up. The wood that fell here, I'll get that all cleaned up. And these little young trees, like I said, I have a young garden. It's young. I've been doing it for 12 years, but it's still young. All this stuff was put in here like last year and the year before that. So when these start getting crazy and producing everywhere, I'm gonna have my hands full of fruit and vegetables and everything. I mean, this is gonna be ridiculous. I'm just showing my yard off because I love this yard now. I love this yard now. Let's see over here, and I've noticed this stayed with snow on it. Everything thawed but here, so that tells me that this is a cold zone. in my yard. That's a cold zone. Because everything else, look at everything else thawed, but over here it's cold. It is not thawed yet. So I know to pay attention to that because it's a cold zone. Look at this. Look at all that yard. My camera's giving it down. I don't care. It's all good. I have many pictures of my yard, but I like this. And these are all these. I mean, these landscapers were bringing all these leaves. I mean, look at all these leaves, and they're about 2 to 3 feet deep. And then I got the piles back there. You know, see further towards the back, that's going to be a compost. But that whole area is a compost pile, and there are worms everywhere in there, and I love it. And then Paul, if you're out there listening, thank you very much for sharing that with people, because you could have kept that all. You could have kept all that information to yourself, and you didn't. You shared it with everyone on the internet, and now so many people are out there doing the Back to Eden technique. Oh, this over here, I had to cage it up. See right here, cats keep going after it. This is my in here. I looked at the hole. See right there? That's God, what is that called? Oh, that's called a kiwi. That's a kiwi plant, and they keep tearing it up. So what I had to do, I had to come out here and put soil back around it because they just exposed the roots. It ripped off 2 pieces of it, so now I got it in a cage. No, don't think I was locking the plant up because it did something wrong. It's just they tearing this plant up. So now that cage, I like to see them go after it now because it's in a cage. Cats don't like going in something they can't get out of. All right, well, that's enough for me today. And if you like some of my stuff, check it out. If you don't, I appreciate you checking it out anyway. Okay, look at this. This is another cherry tree before the camera dies. I love it. This is incredible. I mean, think about the potential that's here. All this stuff can start growing, and the wood chips will keep everything moist, and in the summer it'll keep everything cool, the roots. And when everyone plants are suffering from stress, from heat, minds will say, this is cool and comfortable. I'm all right, I'm gonna keep growing. I'm not gonna go dormant. And all the people that studied and did it, I did mine the way Paul did his, because he just put his chips down. People putting cardboard, newspaper. I don't have time for that. I'm not running around collecting newspaper and collecting cardboard and all that stuff. I'm not doing it. I put the wood chips down. When I call another truck in fall, I get another 10,000 pounds dropped. The first load was 20,000, but I get another 10,000 dropped. And when I get it dropped, I'm all set. I'm all set. I'm going to have plenty of food.